When facing the frightening diagnosis of Alzheimer's, where can one turn and what can they expect for help?
We connect them with all sorts of resources. We have education programs, we have support groups, we have opportunities for people to meet one another and really be a part of the community.
This 20-watt light bulb that we all have can keep that wattage more effectively when we challenge ourselves with social situations, more so than a crossword puzzle or Sudoku. It's great to keep the mind active in that way, but social activity is at the top.
Very importantly, there's an opportunity to feel positive, to feel empowered, to enjoy each other's company.
For two friends in New Hampshire, Leah Farley of Hopkinton and Carrie Dennis of Auburn, it all began with a chance encounter.
So take me back to sort of how this friendship begins, and there's some eavesdropping involved?
So my daughter Gabby and I were at a restaurant, and there was a couple, two women, kitty corner from us. I heard words like clinical trials and Alzheimer's. Everything that they were talking about were things that I was dealing with.
After struggling to lead her team at work, Carrie was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at age 57. She was drawn to talk of a stranger who faced similar problems at work and the same diagnosis at age 59.
I asked them if I could give them my information, and if her friend wanted to reach out, then I would love that.
So when you finally do get in touch with each other, what's that first contact, that first conversation like?
Just, hey, thank you for reaching out. And then as we got to talk, we had so many things that were in common. It was like a gift, you know, you get a diagnosis and then you get a friend.
And how important has this been to have someone in your life who really can see and understand you?
It changed everything. It was just a place, a soft landing spot where you could share things that you might not tell other people.
To pick up the phone and say, you know, hey, Leah, I'm having a bad day, or hey, Leah, this happened, or oh my God, oh my God, Leah, you're not going to believe what I did today.
And I'll be like, yes.
The pair enjoys an array of activities together, from baking to bungee training. But perhaps their most notable and noble exercise is helping others.
I was pretty low and lonely, and getting involved, I found a community.
In addition to helping others, the friends have given themselves a new purpose.
If one person has a little bit of hope because of something that we said, then it's all worth it.
While inspiring others, Leah and Carrie have also given their families joy and peace of mind.
We've taken something that's negative, that's heartbreaking, and made it into a positive. And I think having that connection with other people that are going through the same thing is a great support, not only for us as our care partners, but also for the individuals who are going through it.
It does feel like a very hopeful time in the Alzheimer's space, if you will. Do you feel that we're on the cusp of some great things?
When I was first diagnosed, they didn't have anything to offer at that moment. And within a few weeks, there was a new medication.
Imagine in my lifetime, or my children's lifetime, celebrating the first Alzheimer's survivor.
It's a very hopeful time.
And while the future of Alzheimer's may rest partly in the hands of science, one shouldn't underestimate the power of fate.
We were absolutely meant to be. We have kind of different ways of looking at it, but it's very much, it was absolutely destiny for us to meet.
Whenever you have a need, a door opens.
That's great. And there are some important steps that you can take in the fight against Alzheimer's: sleep, healthy diet, and physical activity.
And the big one that we just talked about, of course, is social activity. It's very important to stay active and social with friends and family. It has a really important and meaningful impact on your brain. The Alzheimer's Association, of course, has support groups for patients, also for loved ones and caregivers, and we have much more information on that on our website.